Hey guys, Stephen from Heresy Academy here. So I apologise for the length of the last video. It's actually come to about an hour. I didn't realise going through it. It just turned out that way. If you made it to the end of the video, you'd have noticed me mentioning about the we make a bigger screen, and the paddle is stuck within the same limits here. So I'm not explaining it very well. So let's do this for example. So now change it to 16 to 10. It'll generate our bricks because it likes us, but I can't move past this, you see? You can't go past the limit that we've already set up. And that's because we've manually put it in, and we're going to basically, I think it's called dynamically change it. Change it back to 5, is it 4 to 5? 5? Yeah, 5 to 4. Yeah, so what we want to do is we want to go into our paddle script. And first of all, the BoundX here, we'll now change this to be a private. And then within the start function, we're going to use the correct way of referencing the camera, apparently, correct way. And we're going to start off with getting a camera, and we'll call it cam. And this will equal our camera.main, like we know from the last video. Then we're going to make a float, and it's going to be called paddle width. Okay, and this is going to be equal to the get component, and pretty much the same as the last one where you've got to do the sprite renderer. And you open it up, and you're going to do the bounds. Remember I mentioned it, if you imagine a box collider, so a box around it, and it's going to give you position from one side to another, so it's the width, so it's left to right. But this time we're going to use something called extents, which, as you can see here in the summary, it says the extent of the box, this is always half of the size. So if you noticed in the last video, I sort of confused myself because I was thinking, hang on a minute, what have I done? Because I made some notes about using extents. The reason we're doing this is because although it's called paddle width, it's actually half the paddle width. And this will be clear in a moment, so make sure you do .x. And the next line, this is the last line that we need, is we're going to take our BoundX, and it's now going to be equal to cam dot, I'm going to use screen to world point, and I didn't explain the screen to world point in the last videos, did I? Did I do? I don't think I did. And we're going to give it a new vector 3. I'll explain everything soon. And the only thing we want is for the X position, we want it to be screen.width. And then we just want 0 and 0. Close off both the parentheses and then put .x and then minus what we've got for paddle width. So we can save this now and just let it run along. Hopefully just give you a quick explanation. So even though we say paddle width, it's actually half the width. In fact, I'll drop to Unity to explain it to you. So what we've done there is, rather than manually set up the limit ourselves based on our screen that we're working in, which is fine if you're only ever going to have one screen. But imagine you're making a game for Android. Let's just grab the paddle. Imagine you made a game for Android and this was your screen size, so you put your limit to there. But then someone played it on a tablet and they've suddenly got this screen, and you've manually said all you can do is there. So what this does, it now tells you can go there. But if you notice as well, in the last video when I did the bricks, and the first thing it did, it put them all over here, it was out of line. So we changed the origin point. Now rather than changing the origin point of this, this is now showing an example. I think I mentioned it. What you could do is find the half position and set it up there. So we're doing it for the paddle because it's only one instance of the object and it's a lot nicer to read. So if we just set the position to the bordering of the screen, let's just put our screen back again. So this is where the paddle will go. And the paddle could go this far, or the paddle could go this far. So by taking away half the paddle width, we're now restricting it here and here again. And then we can change the size. So let's say we go for 16 to 10. Let's test it out. Let's hope we get there before everything falls off, the ball falls out. So I'll just drop that. You can see you get stuck at the end of the screen still, and just run this along. Come on, run along. I want it to go to the other side, you see. I hate these games. See what I was explaining to you, I think in one of the videos where it said you'll just get stuck going up and down. You can obviously change this by editing the velocity and the way it reflects, stuff like that. But normally it's not that bad. Right, forget it. I'm just going to try and run for it. Oosh. If you kind of saw there, you could reach it. Oops. Hit the side. Yeah. It's getting a bit of a pain to try and show you. There you go. So the limit is this side and that side. Because if you remember the way we set it up, we did BoundX and then we clamped it between BoundX and minus BoundX. So the value of BoundX is going to be whatever the position is there at the left side or the right side of the screen. So just to clarify that, we're going to grab our paddle, we're going to drag it to roughly to the end of the screen, open transform. Our BoundX should read something like 6.5, 6.52. So our minus BoundX would be minus 6.52. So about there. No, our BoundX would read something like that, minus 8 or something. The reason it won't read that is because that's the final number. It will read something like this automatically. So then we take off the paddle width to make it fit there, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's that for this one. Well, no matter what screen size, your paddle will now fit in either one. We can also set things up so that like your background will scale with the camera size and stuff like that. We don't particularly have to at this moment in time. But if you wanted to see that, if you think you can do it yourself, by all means, have a go at it. You know, let's see how you go. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. How you go, whatever you want to say. But yeah, this will do for this video. It's dramatically a lot shorter than the last video, being about an hour long. Thank you for watching it. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to, you know, subscribe to me. You can get the latest videos when they come out. Drop some comments across any of the videos. Any questions, I'll be happy to answer. And also, I'm actually looking for some suggestions of what to do after this series. I know the video quality probably isn't the best. The audio probably isn't the greatest. That's just the way it is at the moment. As time goes on, things will upgrade and get a proper setup going. Yeah, so that's it really. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.